Wow.
Hi.
Suddenly we're here.
Hi.
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 Should I adjust the camera? Like, is there too much overhead space? Should I adjust the camera? Is there too much overhead space? I'm asking you.
Talking to Brandon.
No, I'm asking you.
Yeah. I
Okay.
happen to sit low and you happen to sit high. You know, now I'm propped up.
How's that?
For you?
Yeah.
It's your butt. It's
Okay,
your
it's your butt. Or your lack thereof.
Mm.
Anyway, hi everybody. I hope all of you all had a very relaxing Labor Day.
And more. Because we haven't been on for 2 weeks.
No, and I'm sorry for yawning, but I've had a lot of stuff going on, including Imani State of My podcast is in the works. It's coming back. I'm recording an episode tomorrow. So, and for all those who listen to the podcast or listen to it in the past, it's just going to be me. Just me talking. Which is fine.
You'll have guests occasionally.
Yeah, but I'm saying it'll be me talking the whole time, which it's fine.
It's not talking as in droning on.
No, it's like talking like how I'm talking now.
It's a slightly more structured show. Again, with the breathing and the glasses and the shirt.
Well, I don't have my thing, and you had a leopard one, and you didn't want to give it to me.
I'm never going to give it to you.
Well, then I guess I'm never going to stop doing this. So. Anyway.
It must be because the eyelashes are so thick and long, they sweep across the lenses of the glasses. Is that what happens?
So, hi, Michelle Renee. It's good to see you as well. I hope you had a great past 2 weeks. Because, yeah. Oh, what have you been up to? Who have you been yelling at recently?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I don't know that I'd say I was yelling at anyone, but I had to. This whole issue of, I guess, race. Yeah.
You know what I was reading yesterday? Like it was an old review of what's the name of that book? White Fragility. Right, which I didn't know. I didn't even know it was a thing when it came out. Well, I knew a little bit, but I didn't read it.
Come out?
I think like a few years ago by Robin DiAngelo. Apparently at Idris's school, that was the book that they read.
Obviously that everyone read.
Well, not everyone. So they have a group, like an anti-racism group at his school that is it's a white space only. They're like, how do we as white people be less?
The school he used to attend?
No, this one.
Now?
Oh. This one. They got all kinds of groups. I mean, a lot of them are race focused, which I really like.
Well, before he went there was that racial reckoning that happened on that campus, and they all over the private schools in LA, the African American students groups were just
like we're done
blowing it up.
Oh yeah, like Black Act, right?
Naming names and yeah.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Michelle Renee and Greta Pilgrim and Joshua.
But I have a question.
Sorry, go ahead.
Was I supposed to read White Fragility?
No, and this is what I was about to tell you. So I was reading this old article in the New Yorker, and it is not for us. It's for white people. Okay. Yeah, it's not for us at all. Because when I was reading the article, I was like, should I read this? And then I was like, oh no, I should not read this, because there's actually a chapter that the author of this review said is strictly devoted to white women and their inherent racism. And this book is specifically, there's another chapter, or it's like throughout the book, where the author, Robin DiAngelo of White Fragility, says, she says, like, look, I'm a white liberal woman, and we are in a lot of cases the worst ones. And I was like, that's cool. I mean, so it's not for us. I'm not the person who is here for congratulating people for doing something that's decent. So if they needed like a guide, like remember in Beetlejuice, it was the guide for the recently deceased. Mm-hmm. Like if they need a guide like that, like how to not be like a racist just awful, terrible person. Like, okay, like, look, a white person wrote that for y'all. Y'all can read that.
Yeah,
and the author also said it was very good on like didactics, but it wasn't. I mean, there was no like problem solving. But it basically broke it down like this is this and this is that. And then the critic, the reviewer said that it also seems to be a little bit, it seemed to kind of deal, like her language, like Robin DiAngelo's language seemed at times to be like, I know that racism as a word scares you. It's okay. Like it was a lot of hand holding. But I think, I think it was a good concept, but it's not for us. No.
Did we think that positive things came out of this book?
I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, George Floyd's still dead. I heard that there's a cop who got his conviction overturned, so it's possible that Derek Chauvin might have his conviction overturned. I mean, it's America, whatever. I don't care. So. Anyway,
well, I guess one of the preoccupations that America's having right now, excuse me, there's a few things. I mean, was it Saturday at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific? We were supposed to have all these people turning out in Washington who were there to support all of the insurrectionists who had been arrested.
Right.
And it turned out there were more cops and news media there than there were protesters.
Oh, like remember there was that KKK rally in New York back in the 90s, and it was mostly like news and like media and police. Well, that's good.
Well, yeah, I mean there's that, but that doesn't mean that it's died down or anything. It's just that they decided that going to such an event didn't make any sense because
it didn't make any sense the first time, but whatever. Michelle Renee, we're just gonna put a note in this because she said, I need your views on the Haitians being, quote, expelled from the border while the Afghans are being allowed entry by the droves. Yeah, we're gonna put a pin in that. Okay. So the Emmys, did you watch it?
I recorded it and I fast forwarded through most of the speeches. Wait, I decided I was going to listen to all the speeches by the Black people.
There was one. She looked nice. Michaela Cole looked amazing. Looked beautiful.
She was
amazing.
Beautiful. There was one other. RuPaul.
Right.
Who won for competition show or something like that.
He has the most Emmys of any Black person.
That's right.
Yay. I mean, yay, for real.
Right. But I'm saying, Cedric was the host.
He looked like a pimp. In that blue outfit.
It's the fashion sense we have when somebody tells us to dress up. Did you see the bearded Black man who had hair all over his chest with a low cut white dress on?
Who's this?
The dude who's in Hacked. I don't know. I've never seen Hacked. People loved Hacked. It won some stuff.
I saw like 2 episodes. I mean, okay, if you want to let your taco meat breathe.
But you know what? They had Billy Porter was there, and Billy
Porter always looks really good.
Beautiful, right? Beautiful. But I've never seen
the taco meat,
the off the shoulder dress with the little beady beads on the Black man's chest. It was like, okay, wait. There's nothing that says that even men can't take a razor to their just make.
Maybe you don't want to have beady beads because then he'll have razor bumps.
It was not pretty.
Oh, and it's okay. It's fine right there. Thank you. Shade because I know
it was not.
Okay.
I told you he had a dress that was like this. Look. It was like that, and it was white. And
honestly,
all of
that's
this
always really hard to pull off for anybody anyway.
Listen.
So no, but I'm saying, especially if you got BDBs.
Wait.
What?
You know, I know that there's a push-pull going on today for some women about whether to shave, not shave. I get it. I get it. There's a push-pull about, do you wear that kind of a garment with all the hairiness and under the arm stuff? But I'm just saying that it was a bit disconcerting.
It was a lot.
Listen, every time there was something going on, even when it didn't necessarily call for it, he was on his feet applauding wildly. When other people were not on their feet applauding. I was like, okay, at one point Cedric said, "We see you."
I was like that.
I'm telling you, the only person.
Let me look up BBs.
The only person who outdid him. The only person who outdid him was Conan O'Brien.
Oh yeah,
who didn't win. Who then, when the president of the Academy comes out,
he's like, "Okay, Conan."
No, he starts screaming, I thought maybe somebody. I honestly thought somebody had gotten into the audience and was doing something, because the president of the Academy kept looking. He was giving a speech, but he kept looking into the audience, and then you heard a lot of murmuring and noise and screaming. It was like a heckler.
His hair looked blue. The president of the.
It could have been, because the dude had off the shoulder dress with beady beads. White man had blue hair. I don't know, but it was
okay. Wait,
and then when what's his name, Colbert and his crowd won for the late night show for late night. Conan O'Brien went up with them, part of the group, and it got to where Colbert said, "Well, I'm grateful to almost everybody up here for being a part of this show. And I'm thankful to almost everybody up here and I was like, and it stopped being funny.
Yeah.
It really did stop. It was that kind of deaf, like frat boy humor.
Yeah.
Right. Debbie Allen, who I saw about 6 weeks ago at a beautiful event here. She and her husband, Norm Nixon, were there. And Deb Langford.
With the shoulders.
Deb Langford congratulated her because we were saying hello. She said, and let us remember that she's what is the governor's award or something like that,
right,
for the Emmys. Everyone's like, oh yeah, it was all black people. Everyone's like, oh yeah. And then last night she looked amazing, and her husband, she said, I love him, and that was amazing. So we saw, what's her name, Michaela Cole, Debbie Allen, RuPaul,
Beady Beads.
Well, Beady Beads didn't win anything. He just kept jumping up. Well, maybe his show did win, and he went up on stage.
I think the lead actress might have won some.
Jean Smart. She did. She was like at the end, but she was up there by herself. Earlier in the evening, the show went. I recorded it and watched it just because I wanted to see all the blackity blackness happen. But the blackity blackness was happening in the audience.
Right.
The host.
Right.
A DJ who also was singing. I don't even know who that dude was, but he was the announcer, the DJ, and the singer. And then we had.
They were cutting corners.
And then we had, oh my God, I can't believe this. The sister who's the rapper.
You talking about you talking about MC Lyte?
Yes, and MC Lyte was the announcer.
Yeah, she does a lot of those. I like those.
She was great.
Yeah.
But there were black people all over the place, except numbers of them holding Emmys.
First of all, Michael K. Williams did not win.
You know who won in that category?
I know, The Crown. Listen, I'm with you now. Not that I wasn't ever with you before. I mean, let me say, okay. The acting was good.
On The Crown?
It was.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
I didn't watch one bit of it.
Right, exactly. But my blackness I can't watch no more Monarchy shows no more. I can't do it. I'm tired now.
The Senate is the House of Lords, and the House of Representatives is the House of Commons. This country has been patterned and fashioned off of, all that inbreeding among the Windsors and the Habsburgs and all that other stuff. This nation has yet to get over being kicked out by England.
Well, you talking about, when you say this nation, you mean white people?
You think that black people are not caught up in that?
I don't know.
You think that black women have not
listen.
been running around hoping they could meet Prince Harry because he'll fall in love with them? If he could fall in love with what's her name, he could fall in love with me. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, but she's biracial with a nose job.
It doesn't matter. There are a lot of delusional, Anglophiles running around this country who are otherwise of African descent. And it's not even just this country. Those Commonwealth nations, what's the nation that just left the Commonwealth and declared that the Queen was no longer the titular head of their country? Maybe it was Bermuda or something like that.
Okay.
I was so happy. I think it was Barbados. I don't think it was Bermuda. I think it was Barbados. And maybe that's because of Rihanna.
Maybe because Rihanna's like, I got $1 billion. Like when all that stuff happened last year. I mean, granted that Rihanna is Bayesian and not Trinidadian. When all that stuff happened last week, Rihanna did. I didn't hear a peep.
Oh, what stuff happened?
About Nicki Minaj and whatever. Right.
My cousin's friend is impotent now because it's like, oh God.
Okay, Michelle Renee would like for us to discuss Mary J. Blige's and Iman's Met Gala looks. Did you see either of their looks? First of all, Mary J. Listen.
I have nothing bad to say about Mary J. Blige.
Looked amazing.
I have nothing bad to say about
amazing.
her because I expect you to say nothing bad about James Brown.
No. Listen.
I didn't see it.
I'm gonna always say something. Whatever.
Don't you dare. Don't.
Mary J. Blige.
Iman looked spectacular.
Mary J. Blige. Yes, Mary J. Blige looks amazing during the Met Gala and at the after party because her dress had low cutouts. It was she looked so nice.
I don't
she
think they should have had an after party, but I
don't know I don't know if it was a Met Gala sanctioned after party or if she was going to an after party, but it was, but all the black people was there.
Iman
looked amazing.
Oh my God.
She showed all these people.
All of them.
This is
globally
what we're going to do now.
Right.
Because you all are stupid and you messed it up.
Iman said, see this? It's this. And I was like,
right.
My sister.
Right. She was like,
how old is she? Like 63, 64?
Probably.
She's
up there.
She's around my age, but I think slightly younger. And I was like, man.
Yeah, she was like, you all look stupid.
60 is the new 20.
I'm gonna come in here looking like a chandelier and everybody just can shut up. So she looked really good. I mean,
I want to say one thing about the Met Gala. Kim Kardashian.
I gotta get some water. I'll be right now.
What was that?
She probably back with Kanye. He probably was like, girl, you should go in there looking like a black highlighter.
Black highlighter. Her face, her nose, the lips, it was all covered up. It was like, was that latex?
No, it was like cloth or something. And then she had the nerve. She had the nerve.
I don't know if you can hear Imani from the kitchen. It was cloth, and then she had the nerve to, and then she filled in something. I just, I thought maybe what I should do is go to one of those links that showed you all the looks from the Met Gala. And then I said, I did it already. But I said to myself, but I'm having an otherwise pleasant day. I'm not going to ruin it by looking at all this foolishness.
I mean, Michaela Cole was there at the Met Gala. Like, I saw some, I think it was on peoplemagazine.com. She, like, her outfit, like, first of all, the theme didn't make any sense.
American something?
Just America.
And then what's her name? AOC had
what?
The white gown and written in
tax
red.
the rich.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
okay.
But it was also...
It was underwhelming.
But it was a little bit surprising to me. Not that I even pay attention to her necessarily, but in everything that I've seen her wear and the way she's described herself is that, that I don't do that because that doesn't matter. Billie Eilish with a dress that had a 15-yard train.
I don't know. I don't care about her.
I don't either, but I was like, so.
I mean, I really don't know.
We can flip. Like,
anything about her.
Before it was, I wear baggy clothes because I don't want anybody paying attention to my body because that's not who I am.
Can she? I mean, I know. Can she sing?
I heard her sing. She sounded all right.
I saw a picture of Adele yesterday.
Oh, with the black boyfriend.
Is that her boyfriend?
It's her boyfriend. That's her man. The same.
I was like, oh,
the same event that I was telling you where I saw Debbie Allen and Norm Nixon.
Listen,
he was there, the boyfriend.
Look, Adele said, we are in the middle of a pandemonium. Okay.
Pandemonium.
Yes, we're in the middle of pandemonium, and I'm about to get very cute right now. So
I'm gonna drop 50 pounds.
Right, I'm gonna drop like 50 pounds.
I'm gonna
wear
these hoes. I'm gonna wear short skirts.
Right, and I'm gonna
flash my eyes.
I'm gonna be
at the
slim
black
thick.
men.
Right, because I mean,
at the wealthy black men.
I mean, well, yeah. Why would you not?
Right.
Why would you not?
Because that brother ain't. He ain't.
No, well, I
mean, he looks good. I'm saying he got wealth. Okay. He has wealth.
Oh, so now he's more attractive to
her.
her, right? To her, yeah. Okay, but I was like, get it, Adele. Like, listen, you should have been with a black dude anyway, because you have like body, like you need like white dudes can.
Oh wait, she does. She's like, is she like, you know?
I mean, she's
snatched.
Yeah, she's like curvy.
Oh,
yeah, look. Wait, what did Brandon say? Her boyfriend is Rich Paul, who represents LeBron James. Like management or like legal or something?
No, he's part of the whole.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm not mad. I mean, management.
Oh, I could be mad. I mean, how come your black women can't get, you know?
Maybe Rich Paul only like white women. I mean, okay, he all right. Anyway, let me try to find a picture of Adele real quick. I mean, what she posted yesterday. She looks really nice.
My memory of Adele is when we were in China when Idris was 6 at the spa in the middle of the night. He was standing on the table at karaoke. You could have had it all. We could have had it all.
Every little kid at that time, it was like, you know, like dog whistles. Anytime that song played, you could hear the chorus of like 1,000 children. Like every time I was in a store, it'd be like, you gotta have it. I'm like, why do you all love this song so much?
Idris was on the table, little black boy in the middle of all these Chinese people holding the mic, wailing, just wailing.
That was his song.
At 3 a.m. Oh.
I'm telling you, that's Adele.
And she got cheekbones.
She got it together. I mean, she looked like a little marshmallow puff right here. I don't know what this dress was.
So that's that off the shoulder thing I was telling you. The man with the beanie beads had.
I mean, he decent. You know who he kind of looked like? Her boyfriend. He kind of looked like Mendices.
Who?
Mendices from Love and Hip Hop New York. Kodos Tropicals asked, "Am I watching Potomac?" No. Not because I just honestly, like, I mean, how do I say this? Well, I can say it very easily. I just am not, like, being part of reality TV. I'm not interested anymore. Like, I know the formula. But yeah, it's not that I'm not feeling it. I'm just like, it could be anything. It could be any reality show. I'm just kind of like, let me guess, you all gonna fight. Oh, okay. What's this? Whose baby is this? Did Tom? What's this man's name? Wayne Brady have a baby?
I don't know.
No, that's not his child. Okay, so I'm still kind of upset that Michael K. Williams is dead and that he didn't win.
Did you know he's Bayesian?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
It's just,
and his sister's a council person in
Brooklyn,
Inglewood.
Oh, interesting.
There was a picture of her and him. Something they posted it, like condolences to Councilwoman blah 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 Williams. Brother.
It just irritates me and it bothers me because Michael K. Williams was somebody who was a victim of sexual assault when he was a kid.
He was?
Yeah.
Oh. He
was a victim of sexual assault. And he said in this article, this New York Times article that I read that was published 4 years ago, that they either called him Faggot Mike or Blackie when he grew up. And so he always felt, and apparently, like, he struggled with his sexuality, which, I mean, I think a lot of people do anyway, just coming up. But with all that happening, like, he really didn't feel like he was beautiful or had support like that. And so not because of it, but he ended up like getting into like the ballroom scene, which I think is great. Like, I'm like, that's awesome, because then you're going to get, your validation. You're going to get around people who
Right.
are, considered to be other, and like you can begin to feel more like yourself. But with every role, not every role, but like he was in that show at the night of that limited series on HBO. I didn't see it, but he was playing someone who was incarcerated.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that it reminded him a lot of his nephew, who was also incarcerated. And so there were certain roles that would be so heavy for him that he was to go back and start doing cocaine again.
Wow.
So
this really had to do with the sensitivity that he had.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And it just, I guess, like I keep thinking about it just because it just makes me very sad and upset at the same time, because I'm listening to Telephone Stories, which is a podcast that came out 2 years ago about Michael Jackson. And it's not like they didn't get like, they got like some new interviews, but a lot of this stuff is just public domain. Like you can, like, it's on YouTube, it's everywhere. And they just kind of piece things together. And it's basically about one man who's like, he did it. And the other man was like, well, I mean, maybe, because like, the families, they could have tried to, extort him. It is disgusting.
No, I'm not going to listen to that.
No, I'm not saying that you should. I'm just saying, like for someone like me who deals with, people who have sexual predators and people who do things like that, it was very, I almost said nice because it was validating, but I'm saying it's a good listen. My point is that one of the things that they mentioned, and this was like the darkest episode of the podcast, was that this man from the FBI and this other man who also worked with child victims of sexual assault, basically, they were saying how when it's a boy who is assaulted by a man, because of the levels of homophobia in the society, they will, in most cases, they will not say anything that happened, like nothing.
What about if a boy is assaulted by an older woman?
They would more so be likely to reveal it if they're asked by like a law enforcement or like a social worker. But if it's like an adult male with a young boy, because the fear of, well, yeah, my friends are going to find out and then they're going to call me gay. And that's what I keep thinking of in terms of with Michael K. Williams.
Yeah.
And it's just a systemic problem, and it just really like makes me sad.
I think the thing that's so amazing as a result, at least as an observation, is that so many of us felt like we knew him. I mean, I never felt like I knew Michael Jackson, right? I mean, but what I'm saying is that
no,
the amount of tributes and how the shock just went through so many people, because I think so many of us, his characters were meaningful, but he was an excellent actor.
He was so good.
But he came across as somebody who you actually might know.
Oh yeah.
Right? Like to me, Don Cheadle is like somebody who I might know.
Did you see that
the
show?
Dude on what's that British period piece where the half white, half black guy, everybody was falling all over him?
Roger.
Him.
I didn't watch that show. I was like, I'm not interested.
I didn't watch that show either. That's why I don't know his name, and I can't remember.
Roger Jean somebody.
Something like that. But I mean, the swooning over him was like,
I guess.
And
I mean, he likes him.
But he didn't come across to me. Not that I've watched his performances.
He didn't come across
to me as somebody
I would know. Right, exactly.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Those brothers who I mentioned appeared. And what's the brother who died who was in Friday? And Anthony.
You're talking about the crackhead from Friday? Anthony somebody? Hold on. Anthony
Jackson.
And I thought his last name started with an A. Anthony Johnson.
Right. That was sad.
Yeah. Johnson was said to be found lifeless in an LA area store earlier this year and was rushed to the hospital and was pronounced dead. I'm like, so he been dead? And we just found...
Yeah. I think somebody found his body or something like that.
All I'm saying is Oh, this is the other reason why I'm
Greta
bringing up
Pilgrim
Michael K.
says
Williams.
Michael's mom was from Nassau, Bahamas. And
Right.
his dad was from Greeley, South Carolina.
South Carolina. This is the other reason why I was thinking about Michael K. Williams, because something told me that 2021 was going to be the year because COVID happened last year, obviously. And then we saw this uptick in certain opioid deaths. And that was it rose amongst high school or lower educated white males, but it dropped amongst all other groups, right? So I knew that was coming. And I figured that the deaths would be more so of white celebrities in 2021 would start dropping. Not that I didn't expect that it would be us, but what I had to basically wrap my head around today, because I have my ear to these streets, not really, I'd have to know it for my job, is that so apparently fentanyl can be made to look like anything: crystal meth, cocaine, powder cocaine, black tar heroin. And because of the pandemic, cocaine and all the other drugs, their prices have shot up. But obviously, the kingpins or whatever still need a product to be moved. And so I'm guessing that what happened to Michael K. Williams is that he did fentanyl and not cocaine. Just like with Prince.
That's what I was about to say.
Right.
And then I'm now sinking into the depths of depression.
Why?
Well, only because...
I'm on Prozac, so I'm cool. So I understand.
Only because, I saw a story yesterday and I read one last week about how in California, they're considering a bill that would allow psychedelic drugs, that would legalize psychedelic drugs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what I was saying to Roosevelt is, when you look at the magical mushrooms and all that other stuff.
No, it's magic.
The magical mushrooms.
It's magic mushrooms. Not magical mushrooms are in Super Mario.
I'm calling it what
Mom,
I'm calling it.
They're called magic mushrooms, not magical.
I don't know why you can't let me do it.
Because that's not what if I said to a patient, so you got them, you use them magical. No, but I'm saying you have to use the proper terminology.
Let's pretend there's a thought bubble.
Magical mushrooms.
And it's magical mushrooms.
So I'm thinking about the mushrooms from Super Mario.
Okay. So all of these things at one point, if you look at wine, it's from grapes, and you look at scotch and all that stuff, it's grains and barley.
Yeah.
These things, depending upon who's in charge economically and who makes whatever decision based on profit, is whether it becomes legal or not legal, right? Look at all of the stuff about, marijuana. And as soon as it started being legalized, the tippy top GOPers in the nation.
Weed is great.
Became business owners and lobbyists and all the
What's
above.
up, Mitt Romney?
Exactly. So now, for whatever is going on, and this fentanyl is out there and it's doing whatever it's doing, it actually doesn't have to occur. But what's that family that made all that money from the opioid crisis? I'm not going to remember their name.
I don't remember their name.
But the billions and billions that they're supposedly
Sackler.
That they're supposedly paying in penalties, and you still have that guy in South Carolina, Murdoch, the lawyer, the blonde lawyer whose wife and son, he came home and they were found shot dead, and he called, oh my God, and they're not breathing and they're not moving, and the police came, and then last week he paid a guy to shoot him in the head, but it was just a graze. You don't know this story about this?
No. Lawyer? What is this?
MUR.
You know I love white foolishness, so I'm really surprised.
This is a dynasty of foolishness. He said that his lawyer said he has been on opioids.
Is this a Scholastic family or something? Like Scholastic books?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. I don't know this.
So, because that sounds like a different one. Scholastic, like for kids that I
know. Like Scholastic. Like it was some story that was came out a couple of
Well,
weeks ago. I was like, I
he
don't
paid a guy.
care. To kill his family.
No. Well, he may have, but that hasn't come out yet. His son, when he was 18, was recklessly driving a boat, and another 18-year-old, a girl, was killed. The son was not. The son was about to face trial.
So like Chapman put it. Okay.
Was about to go on trial, right?
Right.
2 years later, one of the wealthiest families in South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Father comes home and finds the mother
The
dead.
Murdoch.
The father comes home, finds to their hunting cabin.
Okay.
Finds the mother and that son shot to death.
The son who
killed the
that
girl by mistake or
right.
whatever, right? So they're dead. He calls the police.
Oh my God.
They keep playing the 911 tape over and over again.
I've never heard
of that. Now, that was very suspicious. Like, oh my God. Then this week, this guy who was a defense attorney in the family's 3-generation law firm.
Okay.
The guy he once defended, he was paying him to shoot him in the head. He provided the gun. The guy said, yeah, he shot him in the head, but it was a graze. It was a glancing wound. And then Murdoch, calls the police and says, I've been shot. And they take him to the hospital, and then he signs himself into rehab. Okay? And then within 2 days, the whole thing unravels. Because he wanted to leave his remaining sons some money. So there was a $10 million life insurance policy on his life that he thought that son could inherit. But
he didn't die.
Not only did he not die, but about a day or two before the wife and the other son were murdered, this guy gets fired from his own family law firm for misappropriation of funds. And then 2 years ago, the old white lady who was their housekeeper and nanny, raised the boys.
Right. He killed her.
She fell and died at their estate.
She didn't. He killed her.
Well, or one of the boys did. She fell and died at the estate.
Oh my God.
The family, they was like, oh, it was an accident.
No, it wasn't.
The family of the dead nanny housekeeper sued them and got $500,000 or something like that.
All right.
But now the FBI has exhumed and reopening because that's suspicious.
They out here killing people. All over.
It's like if somebody wrote this script, it'd be like, this is too much.
You know what? I kept seeing. Okay, you remember Dateline? That really old white man. He'd be like,
You mean the Brit Keith? What's his name?
Like when you were describing it, I kept saying he was like, well, that's interesting.
Yeah, him.
He's my favorite.
Keith Ellison or Emerson.
They got a Dateline NBC channel on Peacock. I watch that all the time.
You paid for Peacock?
No, it's free.
Oh, I got like the first 30 days free or something like that, and then it was going to be paid. I was like,
no, I think I might pay it because I like Snapped. They got a whole Snap network. I'll watch some Snap all that.
I pay for Disney Plus so I can get that. And
speaking of Michael K. Williams, back to Michael K. Williams. You saw? Did you see the last week's What If? Did you see how the line, like they put a line in there from The Wire?
No, I never watched The Wire. Now I have to watch it.
No, I never watched it either, but I remember that line.
What's the line?
The line was, so Killmonger, Bizarro Killmonger, in this What If said, he said it when you come for the king, you best not miss.
Oh,
and that was a Michael K. Williams line for The Wire.
This is so sad.
It's so sad. Plus, he was really nice, and I mean, I think it was Michelle Renee on here said that.
No, Greta.
Greta Pilgrim said that. Oh yeah, he used to come to her neighborhood to help folks with voter registration. He just seemed like he was a really decent person, and always would just
try to live a good life.
Right, but I guess what I'm also saying is that there are people who they grew up in an inner city neighborhood, and then as soon as it's like, okay, get me out of here. Like they don't ever go back and like, you know, patronize the area or like, you know, even attempt to like give back in any way. And that's what that's what is the norm for me.
Yeah.
So not that what he did was so like, you know, out there, but it was because he was always doing something.
He was connected to his people, but I think the thing is that he probably needed help. Not probably, he clearly needed help in managing how he emotionally was handling the connection.
Oh yeah.
Right. That's just sad.
Well, plus I don't know if, you know, he ever, like, I'm not him and I don't know anybody who knows him, but like, did he ever get therapy for the sexual trauma he endured? You know, and those are cases where the people, I mean, even if you're a child, they always blame themselves. Always, which is so sad and ridiculous.
You know, one of the most important things is making sure that you are aware of who is with and around your child.
But let me tell you, this podcast I listened to, so they posed this question to the two experts who work with child sexual assault victims, and because the guys are both dads, they were like, so, you know, what do I do? And the answer was, they were like, we don't know. Like it's hard. They said up until a child is 12, it's still hard for them to differentiate between like, this is an adult. Should I listen to this person or should I not? Right. Once they hit 12, they're able to be like, bye, ill.
Well,
so
you know that one time, I think it was just one time, when Idris was maybe about 9 or so, he was being invited to a sleepover. That was somewhere in our neighborhood. I can't remember. And nothing happened.
Oh, okay. I was
No. Nothing happened. But I'm saying to you that I said to him, Grandpa and I are going to be.
Oh, he went to what's the name house.
Well, yeah. But I'm still saying there were like some other kids there.
No, I'm saying you know where he went.
Yeah, I do know where he went.
Yeah, he went to Liam house.
I know where he went. But what I'm saying to you, what I said to him is just so you are aware that whenever you are anywhere, even if it's in the middle of the night,
and
you get worried or concerned, or you just don't like it, or you get a feeling, we'll come and get you.
Yeah, call me.
We're not going to be asleep, and there's no problem with waking us up. And you know, it's like the numbers of children, boys and girls, who are sexually assaulted in this country is like astounding.
I know. I grew up with this notion, this was my own notion, that like, well, like once I learned about it, I was like, that is disgusting. And then I had this idea of like, well, if I know about it and I'm disgusted by it, that means other people know about it and they're disgusted by it. And now these types of things won't happen as much or ever. Right, but that's not how it happens. And I think that's part, because I was thinking about this when I was listening to that Michael Jackson podcast. And I was like, Imani, well, how could, like, a lot of people, even the hosts were like, this is the craziest episode and the most disturbing episode we've ever had with the two experts. And I was like in the bathtub and I was like, yeah, that's true. And that's true. And I think it's my attempt to control something in terms of like, because these are the patients that I see. I have to give them medications. And I at least feel like, well, I can play a part and I have some sort of role in their treatment or something, because I mean, any way you slice it, like sometimes I read reports and I'm like, this person should not be.
And then you have to treat that person.
Yeah. And I have to be like, hi, how are you? It's nice to see you. Da, da, da. Okay, great. Blah, 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 blah. And every time I got to see, like in my head, I'm just, or like I'll write on a piece of paper. I'm like, this is disgusting. This is disgusting. This is disgusting. This is disgusting.
Yeah, I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
I guess I just, you know how when you used to come home from school and I would say, so
what happened?
What happened to school today? And you'd be like, it was good. So tell me some of what happened. And you'd be like,
Well, because a lot happened.
well, I don't care. But I know it was annoying to you, and that's not why I did it. I wanted you to be in the habit of talking to me about whatever happened at school or whatever happened anyway. You see how when I walked in, I said,
I don't have to ask Idris. He comes up every day, like, okay, bust it, like, listen what happened. I'm like, okay. And he'll tell me certain things, and he'll tell Peter like other things. So like then at the end of the day, we get together and then we get like the complete picture. Like if it comes to like, you know, like apparently all the black girls on the volleyball team, there's the volleyball team at Idris' school, they run things. Run it.
And they love his hair.
And so they all asked him
to sit with them.
Right. And
lunch.
I didn't know
just told
this.
me that.
Oh no, he didn't.
And many of them are older than him.
Oh yeah. So he was all like, but he didn't tell me that, right? Which is fine.
Well, he didn't give it to me with the big smiles, but I asked him, I said, so does this mean they're in your grade? Well, no, not all of them.
No.
I said, so does this mean that you're telling me that juniors and seniors are asking you to have lunch with them? Yes, but they're on the volleyball team.
He said,
so how did you get into the volleyball? They like my hair. And the people who have locks, we compliment each other and our hair all the time. I said, so you're getting a lot of looks and compliments from the older girls and boys. He said, yeah. Matter of fact, and I want to say,
see,
I know you'd be telling this differently to your grandpa.
So this is what happened. So I was at a table, it was all girls and me, and like everybody was like, oh my God, Idris, that's so crazy. And I was like, well.
He said I could sit with two groups. I could sit with the volleyball team. I said the volleyball team or my group of friends. So you mean you have a choice?
Yeah.
I could sit with the girls. He said I could sit at the girls' table or the boys' table. And what distinguishes one from the other? Well, sometimes if the volleyball team asks me to come sit with them, then I go sit with them.
Oh yeah, no, he doesn't tell. But I mean, he does tell me all kinds of wild stories at his school. I don't like. For some reason, I feel like these kids at his school aren't really like doing their homework.
He told me they're not.
That's a lot like how.
He said, Grandma, you told me that the kids, if their parents pay that much money, they're gonna be doing their schoolwork and homework and stuff. And I said, and he said, nope. I said, wow.
Yeah. Oh, so listen. So did you hear what Usain Bolt said?
Mm-mm.
Usain Bolt told Sha'Carri Richardson that she should, quote, train harder and, quote, not say too much.
There you go.
Jamaican.
There you go.
He said, I would tell Sha'Carri to train harder and to be focused and not say too much. If you talk that big talk, you have to back it up. So just train hard and focus on that and try to come back to do it and then talk about it.
Well, you see, the thing is that that's going to create another Jamaican African American,
Hi, come here.
Here you are. I don't even understand this.
Sit. Go,
Dog blood is on the velvet
yourself.
sofa. Ugh.
Bye, Earl. Bye. See you later. No. Go. Okay, so what'd you say?
I don't know. I said I grew up with dogs. That's why I don't have them. I can't handle all that.
Right.
I said Sha'Carri Richardson, Usain Bolt.
Look,
I hope it doesn't start the thing again.
Jamaicans were vexed because she was talking a lot of shit before the actual race. It's just one of those things. Jamaicans don't like when people talk shit about us because we are a very proud people.
Mm.
So if you talk about us, we're going to want you to back it up. It definitely gave those women the extra push.
Yeah.
Which we know.
Right. And you know how, as Jamaicans, so I was sitting at a beach
by the beach
with relatives who came here. My husband's relatives came to escape what was going on over following Hurricane Ida. So they stayed with us for about a week. And we took them to have a restaurant on a beach.
No.
And while we were sitting there, I didn't say where, and I don't want to say where. While we were sitting there, Roosevelt said, "Oh, is that a Jamaican flag that guy has?" And I said,
You were like,
I said, oh. And it's a towel. It was a big towel.
yeah.
And the Jamaican flag. And then my sister-in-law says, oh, and he has a baby with him. And I said, oh, is a whole family over there? It's like, no, just the man and his baby. Oh, okay. And I said, well, I'm going to go over and say hi. So I put my mask back on and put on my hand sanitizer. And they would just the baby was a toddler, just gathering up their stuff to leave. And I went up to him. I said, hi. I said,
hi, I'm Jamaican.
I said, I didn't see, my husband said, you had a Jamaican flag. He said, oh, yes, my towel. I said, you're Jamaican. He said, me too. He said, well, I was born here by my parents. I said, me too, but I have citizenship. He goes, I said, where are your parents from? So he told me.
He said, by the beach.
So stupid. So where are you from? So it was that back and forth. He said, what's your name? I said, Paula Madison. He took his hat off. He said, Paula Madison.
Who was it?
Dule Hill.
Oh, it
was Dule Hill.
He's going to be on what's the name?
Exactly, and his little boy. Levi.
I didn't know he was Jamaican until today because it was on Instagram and he's going to be the dad on the Wonder Years. I was like, oh, was it Jamaican Wonder Years? I got too excited, but it's not going to be Jamaican.
It's not a Jamaican Wonder Years, but he plays a music professor by day who's a jazz, a funk master at night. Nice, right? And when I saw him, I was like. So when we talked, I was like, Dule, I got this project going on. And if it, comes with, I said, I'm going to contact you. He was like.
He had a baby with that woman who used to be on.
He got married to another actress. He's the actress.
Yes.
And they have a baby together. The baby's name is Levi. Yeah, Levi.
I think. But I'm saying she was on, she's
black. She was in the show.
She was on that show with The Rock about football or something that Denzel's son was on.
The one that was on
HBO. I forgot.
I can't remember the name of it. Yeah. Right.
And Dule Hill was on there too, actually.
That's where they met.
Okay.
That's where they met.
Yeah.
But no. Okay. I've known him. I don't know him well, but I've run into him over the years. Right. He has a wonderful reputation. He's a really nice guy.
He's the reason I watched that show Psych for so long.
Mm-hmm.
That show was funny.
Right.
And I don't be watching USA shows like that.
But for those of y'all, somebody wrote, Michelle Renee wrote Ballers.
Ballers. Exactly.
Yeah. So, I like Dule Hill.
Yeah, no, I like him too.
I hope I get to have my project and have him in it.
I'm like, oh, look, he's Jamaican. He got a little apostrophe over his name and everything.
It's an accent. It's not an apostrophe.
It's a
accent.
Accent
aigu. Accent aigu.
I know what it is. It's an accent. Okay. What else is there to talk about? The Activist show. Stupid.
What is that?
CBS. So CBS was having a show called The Activist.
Oh yeah.
And it had Julianne Hough.
It got pulled.
With Usher and somebody else. Priyanka Chopra. Then they were going to try. So then everybody was like, well, Julianne Hough was out here doing blackface one Halloween. So then CBS was like, okay, we're going to turn it into an hour long information session. And then, right. First of all, so then CBS was like, okay, we got to kill it. Especially after how y'all did.
They claimed it's on hiatus and they're reworking it. That's what I'd read.
No. Well, this says it was scrapped.
Oh, okay. Well, then I guess they finally decided to pass on it because what they described it was going to be. I was like, who's going to watch that?
Right. I'm like, that show sounds stupid, and it also sounds very like it's too simplistic. We're gonna have a reality show where we're gonna like reward the person who's the best activist. That's not how activism works. Stupid. Anyway. Hi, Ro.
So you and I are presenting on the Gracies.
The Gracies. We're recording the Hyro. Move. Stop looking at my feet. We're presenting. It's the American.
I'll look it up.
I forgot. My bad, Gracie people. But me and my mom are going to be presenting an award on the Gracies, which honors women in entertainment. So we have to record our like our presentation and then us like presenting the awards
Yeah.
to the winner tomorrow morning.
It's women. It's Gracie's of the women in entertainment, but I'll look up what it is because I can't. The formal name of the
Organization. Yeah, I don't remember right now either. But big ups to the Gracies. They gave me a really, really awesome like swag bag last year.
Oh, really?
They did. I got
presented by the Alliance for Women in Media Foundation.
Yeah.
Celebrate and honor programming created for women, by women, and about women.
Yeah.
Right. And when's it going to air this year? I can't remember.
I think last year it aired like it was on Facebook or something, or like it was streaming. Like I don't think it was televised per se, but I mean, who cares? Because whether it's televised or not doesn't matter because everybody can Chromecast everything. At least I do.
September 27th.
September 27th. Did you see those pictures of the Haitian?
Oh, we were going to talk about
the Haitian immigrant
under the bridge.
No. I'm saying, did you see the actual photo of like the Haitian immigrant running away with the deputy patrol agent had a whip?
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. So
I will go look for that. But what I will say is that your dog is a pain.
Well, we know that. But look now.
So the difference between how the Afghans were treated and how the Haitians are being treated, similar to how the Haitians were being treated versus how the
Cubans were being treated. Right. That's what I thought of.
And
what about Elian Gonzalez?
Well,
is that boy's name?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Elian. But the fact that Haiti had the first major slave revolution successful. France drained Haiti of its finances because once Haiti became independent,
right.
France wanted reparations and restitution,
right,
for whatever.
How we gonna get all these products? We don't got no slaves to pick these things for.
I saw a report about 10 days ago that said that if the UK paid Jamaica, just Jamaica, it's something like $9 billion.
Oh yeah, right? And that's probably a lowball number.
So what we saw, given the assassination of the president, the earthquake that killed so many people.
Haiti be going through it. Big up to Danielle, who's on here.
And how did they get from Haiti to Latin America to get? I mean, Roosevelt asked me that, and I said,
I don't know.
With Hurricane Ida and all that stuff out there,
I don't know.
I don't even. How did they get from?
That's what I was like. Why are y'all over here? Not why. I mean, I get why, but I'm just like, how did y'all get here?
How that happened?
I'm like, did y'all literally?
What was physically?
Right. How'd you get there?
With all of that churn that was going on in the Gulf.
Haitian was like, we're gonna figure it out. So Danielle says she's not sure. I'm telling you, them Haitians are like determined and magical. I was like, how'd y'all get to Mexico?
Right. Well, they may not have actually arrived in Mexico. They may have arrived in another country.
Still, but like there was so much stuff going on.
And United States got planes ready, getting them back there, probably some of them left today.
When what did the vice president say? Did she say anything? Because remember, she was like, if you're gonna be an immigrant, you gotta come here the right way. Don't just be coming up in here.
My father was deported, right?
Yeah, because that lady told on him.
Well, whether he was deported because he came here illegally.
Yeah, but I'm saying like that lady reported him. And then y'all had to assume like, different surnames.
We were born under assumed names. My name was not my name. And then after my father came legally, he came back with a green card because my mother had to become a citizen so her husband could come back.
Right.
And I remember when I was when I was working at NBC and we got the Telemundo stations. And I remember standing up in front of like 300 of the employees. We were all at a jam or something. Had a party for them up at Universal. And for the whole staff, the NBC staff and the Telemundo. And I said something about, my father had been deported. They were like, I was like, well, wait now.
Right. There's lots of countries out there.
Right. But Caribbean.
Right.
And Africans.
Right.
Sometimes would have visas and overstay.
Right.
Sometimes they'd get into the country and don't have the proper papers.
But they were like deported to what?
But they were shocked. Like they were like, aren't you black?
Yes.
Black people?
Yes. And also I'm like, that's kind of bad, you guys. That's kind of bad. They basically were like, oh, are you Mexican? It's terrible. That's terrible. That's really bad. That also reminds me of this article I read. Not that this was a surprise to me, but it was in the news app pulls from various sources, and so it was like Texas Monthly. Why is South Texas Democrats losing the Hispanic vote? And I'm like, well, because a lot of them think they white. And then right when I clicked on it, it was like, because a lot of them think they white. I was like, yeah. I was like, I'm not reading this. Yeah. This is stupid.
I'm here. Let me pull the ladder up.
Right.
But that's not just, there's a whole lot of immigrants who have made their way and are economically better.
Well, it was basically like, I'm white because I'm here. You're not white because you came here illegally. I was like, that's like the delusion that we were talking to Idris about earlier. Like, that's what that's the twisted logic that you bought into. But
there's a lot of support for it, that twisted logic. And, I resigned a board a week ago because while we were talking about the issue of immigration discrimination, I used the word racism. And, chair of the board said, well, we don't use that word racism because it's divisive. And I was like,
well, how are you supposed to talk about anything?
I don't belong in this organization.
Not what the board was, but what was like the mission of the board?
The mission was to tell the story of immigration into this country as it came through the Pacific.
So then whatever.
If it came through the Pacific, let's think about who came through the Pacific. Who would that have been? People of the
Biden Beach.
People of the Asian
persuasion.
People of the Asian diaspora.
Yeah.
And not all of them have this attitude, but a lot of it, it's like, well, no, it's not racism because racism is for them.
Oh, you know what me and Idris did on Saturday?
Mm-mm.
So Peter's family had a family reunion.
Okay.
And a little memorial for his grandma. So we went to Kenneth Hahn State Park, which I've never been to. It's really nice.
Yeah, it's over by
it's right.
Baldwin Hills.
Yeah, I've never been there because I'm usually not on the west side like that.
Well, you then drive past and you see the oil derricks doing this, oil things.
But what I'm saying is, we went to the park and it was so basically
blackety black.
No, this was the Japanese side.
There's a Japanese side of Kenneth Hahn State Park?
No. I'm saying
the Japanese side of
his
the family.
Right. And they ordered Chinese food.
From where?
Some place in Inglewood, apparently. I ate some. I mean, I'm not the biggest Chinese food, not in China.
Was it American Chinese food or was it good Chinese food?
No, it was it wasn't like orange chicken. I mean, it was good what they had. Like it was the quality was good.
Okay.
But it was it was nice because I was like, oh, look at all these people who kind of look like people in my family. But it was mostly Japanese people that were there. But it was really nice. And we had fun.
That's fascinating because For how many centuries the Japanese and Chinese have been enemies?
I know. Me and Idris were like, "Yo, let's go and start a cultural war." But we didn't. But then they were like, "We're gonna have Chinese food." We were like, "Yay!"
I want y'all listening to understand, watching to understand the confusion of so many Black people in California.
What are you talking about? What is this? For what? What are you doing? Why are you doing that? I'm not confused.
Oh, okay.
You know what? You need to clarify your statement.
Danielle,
no, and no. What did you mean?
Said after the first earthquake, Haitians somehow got to Mexico and Chile and migrated from there.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. The somehow, like that's magical. I don't know how y'all did that.
It feels like Haiti against the world. It really does look
that way. It does.
It's sad.
And and then their president got assassinated.
That's what I said.
I'm just like, Haiti be going through it.
They had the assassination, the earthquake.
Oh, hold on. Greta Pilgrim said it's bad enough that DR has revoked Haitian citizenship. They have to deal with this extra turmoil. It's heartbreaking. I'm sorry.
DR has revoked Haitian. Has what?
The Dominican Republic has revoked Haitian citizenship. They're on the same island.
How could the Dominican Republic revoke Haitian citizenship?
I don't know.
Haitians are...
They're on the island of Hispaniola, both of them.
Right.
So, how's that work? I gotta look that up.
DR doesn't have any say over Haiti.
No, but maybe they were trying to go over there. Like, oh, we're just gonna go to DR. It's right there. And maybe DR was like, nah, no, you're not.
No, but I don't know, but that's revoking citizenship. That's shutting the borders. But they've always done that.
Right.
They've always done that. DR has never welcomed Haitians.
I'm not Black. I'm cinnamon colored.
They let them go over there for
not all Dominicans.
Seasonal work. But why do you think they're so good at straight?
Oh my God! I hate a Dominican perm. Listen, a blowout.
I never had any of that.
I had one once, and my scalp was on fire. But listen, when the wind blew.
Your hair was so airborne? Oh no. Oh no.
I was like, I'm never coming back here again. My friend Nakia used to go, and she was like, girl, you should go get your hair done. I was like, okay. But it was like pulling. It was a lot of pulling. And like I was like, you know what? My hair did not do anything to you.
As everyone can tell,
ow.
I just can't spend a whole lot of time on hair.
I can't, I'm not doing that. I can't do it.
Right.
I can't do it.
Tie it down and lay it down and make it do different things.
You know what came in the mail the other day for me? So my mom has a vegetable box. I have a vegetable box.
A raised garden?
A garden.
A raised bed.
So I have pineapples in my backyard now.
Oh
I have pineapples. I have a Mexican.
Did you grow them from pineapple?
No, I ordered them on Facebook.
Okay.
And then I have a Mexican pink guava tree that's growing. And so I was reading this article in I want to say it was Bon Appetit, but I don't think it was Bon Appetit. Anyway, there's this company called True Love Seeds, and they partner with various community growers. Like they got an East New York garden, they got all over the country. And so this particular woman was born in Korea, but she was adopted by a white family on Long Island. And so she began to get more interested in her heritage. And so now she she has a whole, it's here in California. She has a whole farm. And so she goes and sources like when you eat Korean barbecue and they give you those leaves, sometimes they're supposed to be perilla seeds, but a lot of times they're sesame seeds. But she went and got the original stuff. What's it called? Not a bitter melon, but it's another kind of melon, and that's big in Korea, and I can't remember the name of it. It's annoying. Anyway, when Japan occupied Korea, they mixed that original strain with the Japanese kind. So what we get is actually a hybrid, but she got the actual real seeds that somebody like saved and kept and everything, which I thought was sorry, camera, which I thought was really cool.
So there's a show on HBO. Oh, what's her name? Marie Kondo has, maybe the battery died.
No, it's that it only runs for an hour, and I don't know why it does that.
All right, so we off the air?
No.
Oh.
They could hear us, they just couldn't see us.
So Marie Kondo has this 4-episode thing on doing your business, making it neat. You know, the woman who cleans everything up, organizing stuff. So the first episode was this guy, Jimmy Williams, who is a gardener. When we first moved here, he did our house in Toluca Lake.
But I heard he was real expensive.
He probably was. And that's why he did our house, and then we got somebody else.
Yeah, I actually had him come, and then he was like, okay, so here's my plan. I was like, haha, no. But anyway.
I guess that's how you get to be on
Marie
Kondo.
Yeah, right, exactly, right. But I mean, I'm not.
It was an interesting show because he got closer to his son and daughter in the show. It was really good.
That's nice.
Yeah, it was good.
Oh, that's nice.
Right, but I saw him and I was like, oh, I remember Jimmy. He came over and did our garden.
Well, I've been decluttering my refrigerator, and I'm obsessed with refrigerator accessories now.
What are refrigerator accessories?
So they have these things now, right? Like, you know how you have stuff on your shelves, and if it's in the back, you can't always access it. So they have these little trays on Amazon with wheels on them. They're clear. You can put your little condiments. I love condiments. You put all your little condiments on them, and you can wheel it back and forth. And you can even group your condiments together. Like, oh, I'm gonna make this today. I'm gonna take this out, and look, here's all my condiments I need.
Well, I'm excited.
It's very exciting. That's how you got my egg drawer in the refrigerator.
I don't know about an egg drawer.
I bought this thing. It's from Amazon, and it creates a little drop down drawer. So I put my eggs in there. Listen. Okay, the day that I organized my refrigerator, you know what the temperature was in the refrigerator? 2. It was 48. Because I kept opening the refrigerator and looking at it like.
Because you were so happy? Well, maybe you needed the kind we had in New York where we had a clear door.
I mean, yeah, but the thing about that refrigerator is that I would still open it because I couldn't see. It was dark in there.
Yeah, I'm sure it's better now. I
don't know. But I was like, oh my God, look. I was like, look at God, look what she's doing. I'm telling you, it was awesome. And I got little multicolored mats for each drawer.
I'm so glad you.
Oh my God, it's so amazing. I also bought some gardening clogs. I didn't know that gardening clogs have platforms.
Gardening clogs make you tall?
Yeah, they're thick. I guess if you're gonna be in the dirt and stuff, I don't know. All I know is that they look very cute.
Oh well, that's good.
I have 2 smocks now.
You know, you're spending an awful lot of money.
No, these are not. It's not a lot.
Is it $2?
It's like $40. Yeah, I'm about to get this thing off Facebook Marketplace where you can drill a hole in the dirt to plant stuff. It's $11. $11.
Does it go at the end of a drill?
Yeah, it's like, and then you just be like, and then you just put the dirt back on top. It's $11.
Are you becoming like Roosevelt, like a gadget person?
First of all, I love gadgets.
Because you could make a hole with a stick.
I know, but I don't feel like doing that all the time. It's much easier and it's more fun to be like, ooh, and then you be like, doo-doo-doo. I also have to buy things because I got my new seeds. I got Sicilian arugula, and I got wild rocket, and I got San Marzano tomato seeds.
And where are you going to grow them?
I have to get the trays first.
You can do that with egg cartons. You can do that with egg cartons, right? Oh, did I just share something?
I forgot you could because I always get rid of my egg cartons because I got an egg drawer.
You can do that with egg cartons. Before you start, that's what I'm telling you. You turn it into like Amazon buy everything. A lot of that stuff.
You Amazon buy everything.
I don't. But I'm saying a lot of stuff can be repurposed and recycled. Things you already going to get as containers and all.
I'm so excited.
Okay, well, be excited, but be frugal.
I am being frugal. Those seeds were $2.
I'm not talking about the seeds. I'm talking about you got to go buy the little container things to plant them in. No, you don't.
Okay. What time is it? It's 6:15. I hope
Okay.
y'all have fun. I'm about to go eat some noodles. I went hiking yesterday and today. Oh, you know what I got in the mail today? You know what I got?
What'd you get?
This is not, okay, you can call it a gadget if you want, but I got it on sale. So I've been looking at this vest. It's a North Face vest. And it has like all these little pockets. And it's like, it's very thin. So, because when I go hiking, I don't really like to have stuff in my hand.
Right.
So it has a little thing for your water bottle. So I'd be like this. Look, I'd be like this, be hiking like this. And then I drink water. And then they got all these pockets in it. And then I can just be like this and get it on. Now on North Face, every other website I saw, that thing was $150. And I got it for $89.
From where?
I don't remember, somewhere. But I'm so excited. Listen, tomorrow
And what's in the little pockets?
just you can put stuff in it.
Okay.
It's like this, and it's real light. I'm so excited because I just want to be like, sip, bounce, because everybody's carrying their water like, like sip.
So it's not a Camelback thing.
No, it's really like it literally kind of looks like a sports bra, but it's like, and it's kind of thinner.
Yeah.
But you just like snap it in.
Okay.
And then you got all your pockets, and you just be like, stupid.
But they got their $89 in their pocket.
But I'm gonna use it so much. Is what I'm saying. It's worth the price.
I believe you if you're going to use it, and then it's worth the price. I'm used to Capricorns and gadgets.
First of all, I don't think you know what you're talking about, and I still think that's the thing.
I do.
We
know
have
what
to
I'm
go.
talking about. My daughter, my husband,
we have to go
my
now.
grandson are Capricorns,
and
I'm used to Capricorns.
We like
gadgets.
Things that help us with everyday life.
And you like things that help you with the everyday life that you can buy.
Not all the time. Not all the time. Not all the time.
Because we Virgos think about.
Y'all Virgos think about right, and then you give yourselves anxiety, and then you drive everybody crazy.
No, then I find an option, an alternate.
Fine, whatever.
What can I repurpose?
Mm-hmm. You know, you can go egg carton in the shoe. Oh, look, Haro sleep.
Oh my God.
She always acts up like real bad, and then she'll be like, okay, good night. And she'll go to sleep.
Like you.
What? We have to go. I'll see y'all next week with my gadgets and all my seeds.
An egg carton in your little egg drawer and your
but
multicolored.
But can I use the egg cartons that are made of paper, or do they have to be styrofoam? Because I don't want to hurt the environment. Oh, you know what I've been doing?
Listen, as long as you recycle it, put it in a recycle bin when you're done. But if you get the paper ones, you can just put the papers in the ground. You can just put that in the ground. The fiber board, it's the fiber.
Oh my God. I told you about my food. I told you about my food cycler.
Yeah.
It makes fertilizer.
Okay. It's
from Vitamix. I got that off Amazon during Prime Week. So don't start. It's amazing. It just makes like fertilizer. Like I make juice every day, and then I put it in there, and it's like, it turns like this much waste goes to like this much.
And you use the fertilizer for growing all your things? Yes. Okay. Well, that's good.
Okay, sorry.
I'm glad to hear it.
Okay.
I just want to make sure, as I said, that this is healthy. It's
It is healthy.
It's healthy. It's economical. It gives you
satisfaction. I made an eggplant last week that I made. It was so good.
Did you grow the eggplant?
Yes.
Oh, good. I know you were growing eggplants.
I didn't either. I forgot. Okay. Okay. I have to go now. I gotta go make some food. Please make a post that links all your gadgets. Okay. Brandon, can you remind me of that, please? Because I'm not going to remember.
I'll post it. List all
Or your gadgets, because some people like help. I have a coconut opener too. It works. Anyway.
You mean for the hard coconut or the green coconut?
The soft ones. Like you just take it,
you twist it.
Right, and then it goes boop, and then you put a straw in there.
Oh, well, perhaps the same thing that you're using to dig holes in the ground in the garden can open your coconut.
We gotta go. I'll see y'all next week. Okay. I hope you have a good week.
People I know just use a screwdriver.
Bye.
They take a screwdriver.
Bye, yeah, I miss you
and
too.
And a hammer, and it makes a hole for the straw.
Bye.